Okay, hey, I think we're live now.
Awesome.
Hey, we didn't mean to scare Boat away, guys. We were laughing. He doesn't have to run like that. We were just getting ready for the show. So, hey, welcome everybody to another edition of Whiskey Gaming. We have the McLeod with us. Look at him, big muscles, big man. I love it. Skeptic. Skeptic's there.
How's it going?
He's giving us the peace sign. He wants all calm. And we've got RW. I don't know if he's back yet, but he's there. We're having a little trouble with his video, so we're trying to work through that. And anybody else who shows up in Imperium Discord, so if you want to be part of the show and you're a normal individual and not a crazy, we'll let you into the channel with us and you can hang out during the show because we love people who just show up. It's the new way. So we got lots to talk about today.
Got some cool shit to
talk about. Good stuff. And I know it's Whiskey Gaming, but I had one Heineken from golf season left, so I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah, why not?
My son goes, "You have one Heineken left in the refrigerator. Would you like it?" I'm like, "Yes,
absolutely."
So,
most
and
definitely.
I've just got coffee. I'm sorry.
You know what? When we were young being the operative word, my wife and I used to drink like 2 cups of coffee before we went to bed, and we just like sleep super soundly. Now we drink no caffeine, and kids wake us up all night.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic. RW, you there yet?
I am here.
All right, brother.
Yay! Hello.
We're very sorry. We need to work on RW's feed a little bit. Well, he and I will work on that so it starts working. So hey, we got lots to talk about. What do we want to talk about first? We want to start with some of Skeptic stuff?
Sure. Alpha Clone States has come out today. EVE Online is now officially free to play.
Ooh.
I'm still not coming back.
You guys know about my prediction for this, right? We're gonna
what was your
no.
prediction?
We're gonna have the holiday bump November and December, and then it's all over. Nobody's gonna care about Alpha Clones anymore.
Well,
This is a red herring, not gonna be a big deal.
Depends entirely on what you want to do with it. Like, I'm thinking of basically putting together an Alpha Clone that kind of pays for itself. Not like
Okay, it's free.
I don't need. Well, yeah, I know what I'm saying is like I don't need to worry about paying for Plex, which is awesome. I just need to worry about like paying, like getting enough money to fund, like, you know, frigates, cruiser, and destroyer, like one-on-ones and small gang stuff. And I was just literally thinking about like doing that and streaming that because that doesn't require any kind of OPSEC related stuff. You know, it doesn't require any kind of being in comms in various different alliances. This, that, and the other. It's very, very little seed money. You know, it's nice and fun. It's exciting. You can essentially just basically like talk to anybody who's watching it and going, "You guys can go and do this for free yourself." So, you know, I think it's a really good platform for EVE on Twitch. I really do.
So you think it's gonna? So Alpha Clones are gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be good. Yeah. For EVE,
okay.
Yeah.
Skeptic, I think you think they're going to be good. I know Mittens does.
It's going to be interesting, yeah. It's going to bring a whole new crowd. I know I've been telling my friends, like, hey, you should try EVE Online. And then a bunch of them are like, wait, is there like a free trial? And I tell them if you wait a month, or a week, or, counting down the days, it's going to become free to play.
So it might, because I was, and understand these words that I'm going to put together. So the techie people, they got the claw out. The techie people are going to understand this one. So we have on our one of our teams at work a young, right out of college, mainframe systems programmer kid. Nobody in their 20s is doing mainframe systems programming except this guy, right? So we're sitting there and we started talking about the Alpha Clones, and he's saying, "Oh, maybe I'll look at EVE. Maybe I'll check it out," right? So we'll see, but my prediction still remains there'll be a whole bunch of people who try it. It'll be a little bit of a bump here through the holidays, and then I think it's just I just don't think it's going to work, right? I don't think, and it's not that Eve being free to play in some capacity is bad, right? I'm just thinking that this implementation doesn't feel right to me, like it's going to be the successful recipe for a free to play player. I think it's going to be a little too limiting, and people are going to drop it. But I think there are going to be a lot of market alts out there, probably.
That's true. Actually, so one of the controversial things I remember reading online is that one of the possibilities for manipulation is because you can't log into more than one alpha clone at once, but you can log into them individually. One of those possible manipulations, or not exploits, but like, you know, intended game feature is now I can have as many as I want clones that are, say, copying or researching BPCs.
Oh,
Yes. So
yeah, that's very true.
And so, as some people put it, that is quite literally printing free ISK.
Until you crash the market.
Yeah, until you crash the market. But I mean,
who cares?
You've seen some of the setups some people have for multi-boxing
Yeah.
multiple paid for accounts. Now imagine just you don't even have the multi-box. You just log into one at a time. It's like, oh, let me adjust this one. Let me adjust that one. You have your API calls where you can check your orders for each one. Like there's some that you can actually built into Excel now. And so it's something that would be pretty easy to do that even I'm tempted to do it.
So I thought we could only have one alpha clone per us.
My understanding is that you can only have one alpha clone. Like you can't log in on an alpha clone, or you can't log into any other account other than an alpha clone.
So go out to Google, make 20 email addresses, get 20 alpha clones.
No, you can. I mean,
you could do it the same.
Yeah,
same
email.
one. You can do the same email.
Oh, same email. So just make my alpha clone email and register 20 to it, like I have my 8 million accounts registered to my email address.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That I had to double authenticate this morning.
Yeah.
I wanted to wring CCP's neck for that.
I have yet to go through the pleasure of logging into my accounts just yet.
Just be logged into your email and wait for your email to get your special number to reset up every single one of your accounts into your little thing.
Looking forward to it.
However, the patch was really fast today.
They've been doing pre-release patches throughout the past few weeks, so that doesn't surprise me.
I think they just put all the underlying stuff and just make sure that like nothing's broken, and then they just like switch stuff on.
Yep.
Like flick a switch sort of thing.
And that's a smart way to do it.
Which is, yeah, it's a super smart way of doing it.
But I never noticed throughout the last couple of weeks a real download. I mean, I saw like 2 little small patches in the launcher.
You know, I completely reinstalled Eve at one point because like I was there thinking to myself, why do I have Eve installed on my SSD? Like I don't actually need it to be that fast. Like the server itself, because it's a 1 hertz tick kind of server, it doesn't need to be on my SSD. I don't need to have like a millisecond sort of, you know, timing issue with playing Eve. It's not like a Twitch shooter, you know.
That's true.
So I'm there going, why do I need it on my SSD? So I was like, I uninstalled it from my SSD, installed it onto my regular hard drive, and it was kind of weird because it felt like when I uninstalled it and reinstalled it, it kind of felt like all I did was actually just change a registry key because it was so fast. And I was there thinking to myself, something's odd's happened, and I'm not sure what's going on. But
I can tell you
it plays
that
perfectly
odd thing
fine.
happened. So, how's your internet where you're at? Pretty fast?
It's pretty fast. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, it's not like 100 megabit per second kind of thing, but like it's, you know, it's okay. It's like 30, 40 megabits a second. So it's all right.
So,
hey, it looks like Lash started his stream. I'm gonna put a window up for him.
Oh, cool.
So,
Go, keep talking.
So here's one of the things, and I had this issue, is I did this on my laptop while I was traveling. I installed Eve on my laptop, but it didn't install the full game. It installs and then it caches things, and then as you need the resources, it'll stream it and then it'll download it. But once it's downloading, it's on your computer, and so it's under the cache settings. in your launcher where it says download everything. It's a little checkbox. And
Oh, okay.
essentially what it does is it just installs the bare minimum, the game engine, some of the textures, and as it needs things, it'll load them slowly. And so when the first time I undocked that character on one of my accounts when I was on my laptop, I just sat there with no overview, no textures, no station, couldn't see ships, like what the hell is going on? It was kind of crazy. Yeah.
As Eric's just talking to.
Double skeptic, where? What?
Sort of, we had a bit of a double skeptic moment, and then Eric kind of changed it to the, to the David Schwimmer show.
The what? Huh? Sorry, guys. I was on the phone with Lash. He is dialing in.
Yeah.
And so I'm just rearranging the screen to put Lash out there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
actually, it was
there
kind
he
of funny.
is.
Like, I wanted to say this. I wanted to say this because it was quite funny. Spank, like I was talking to Spanks like while I was doing the whole new player experience kind of thing, and it was funny because he was talking about the fact that like his character is alpha cloned at the moment, but he really couldn't really do much with it because he was a Caldari race. So when you're obviously when you're in an alpha clone state, whichever race that your character is, you're locked into that like race of ships. So he was locked in as Caldari and sort of really wanted to use Minmatar stuff.
so yeah.
That's why he says want to buy race change operation. It's not him wanting to be black.
Yeah, I know.
Just a fine.
I understand with what he wants to do. I mean, I think that's one of the challenging pieces of the alpha clone, right?
Yeah.
We've grown up where pretty much race doesn't matter, and now it does, right, in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
What have they done?
Terrible. They're going to create riots.
It's like they took it from politics and then they threw it into a video game.
People are going to
actually made race an issue.
People are going to burn Jita over this, and I know just the group to do it.
Yep.
Oh, don't start burning stuff when race is involved. That's a bad track to go down. Man.
It's an imaginary space game. Come on. How are you, Lash? It's been a while.
Jita is fun though.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
I'm so sorry. So, friggin', for the longest time, I couldn't find my G930s, and I had lost them in a move, and I found them, and I was like, oh, sweet, all right, I'll have them tonight, I'll be able to do it. And like 5 minutes before the show, I'm trying to hook it up, and it's not seeing the Bluetooth, and I'm like, why? And then I remember there's a little USB thing that it receives on, and so I'm running around the house. I'm going to the basement. I'm going, upstairs. I'm scavenging through everything. My dog's looking at me like, "Are you out of your friggin' mind?" And I didn't find it. So
I'm looking for a dongle. Where the dongles?
Yeah, story of my military career looking for dongles. But
Lash
anyway.
can't find his dongle. It's terrible.
That's great.
Yeah. So how is everyone?
It's great. We're talking about alpha clones.
That's right.
Okay. All right. What is the general consensus?
We're each gonna create 200 alpha clones per person on Gmail accounts. We're all gonna go burn Jita.
There.
Well, unfortunately, you can't actually log into more than one alpha clone. Actually, you can't even log into your omega clone while you're logged into your alpha clone.
Wait,
Well, that just depends on how many computers I have at home.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm actually not entirely sure how it keeps track.
I wonder.
You do all sorts of tricky things.
Yeah, I wonder if we
But-
did VMs on our PCs, how that would work.
That might work,
Sure, that will
but
work. Yeah, that
I
probably
don't
work.
know if that's a good idea to
It's a
really
virtual
test
machine.
out.
I mean, the
You
thing
might
is,
get banned.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You might just be giving yourself up now, and then it's like we have video evidence of you.
We're gonna watch
Stay
that
tuned.
Eric guy. He's a little
Exactly.
slippery.
But I mean, but at the same time, though, it doesn't stop you from logging in to them one at a time. So,
Yeah.
like I was saying, for industry stuff, you can make copies
Oop.
or research with each clone.
But you can also kind of, if you're not building like high kind of like really expensive component stuff, you can definitely set your a bunch of clones to be like a high, like sort of like a high throughput kind of like production. So you can set like 100 like build queues up all to go pretty much almost the same time. Well, similar-ish time anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Chad,
So you can do that
I
as
would
well.
imagine they give us bans. Bans for using VMs. And me with like
So
20
what-
converged systems at my disposal. Think of how many VMs I could spin up.
What Skeptic's saying then is that you can't like log in, a main and then 4 alts of all alpha clones. You can only log in
Nope.
one.
That
Mhm.
you,
Yeah,
can
but
only
how does
log-
it?
you can either be logged into your main, and you can log into as many paid for alts, so any Omega
Right.
alt at the same
Right.
time. But once you can't log in that alpha once, like at any point in time while those are logged in.
Once those
That's
alphas
exactly
learn,
the retarded reason that I am not coming back to that stupid game.
once those alphas realize that they need sinos for those jump ships. Oh wait, they can't use
They
those.
can't use sign.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why they did it, but
Yeah.
to stop people using them as free sinos.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the
If you
reasons.
you can have one logged in and have your main logged in. You basically have a free signer that you can put anywhere, right, and not have to worry about cost wise to
Yeah.
keep them up. So
Just letting everybody know that Buff Fresh has joined us down in the channel. So
hey,
good evening, morning, whatever you're in on your neck of the woods there, Buff. I think you're over with
Yo.
McLeod, right?
Yeah,
It's technically it's morning, but it's very much nighttime.
Ah,
it's 1 a.m.
just 1 a.m. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 2 when we're done.
It will be
That's
definitely.
right.
That's some fucking math for you.
I am terrible at time zone math. All right, and in the Navy, you're supposed to be able to do that stuff when you're calculating navigation times and trying to route plan through time zones, and I can't do it.
I mean, all right, if you're on a submarine for 6 months and you're underwater the whole time, what fucking difference does it make? Why don't you just be on your own like schedule? Like, all right, we're having 37-hour days, gentlemen, and this is just how it's gonna be. If there's no sun, and who gives a shit? Like,
It is very much like, is it nighttime? Well, literally, we can't tell.
when you look at what they're doing within, at least in our corporation in the U.S., right? I mean, work time and home time are blending.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even have phones on our desk anymore. We all use Skype, right? Most of the time we work from home now, and you have 7 a.m. calls and 7 p.m. calls. It's like you got to get a shower or run for groceries in the middle of the day. You just do it, right? So why not have a 36-hour day? What does it matter?
It
And
will kind of fuck with your body clock, but what's
Only a little bit.
the way I look at it's 36 hours to game, right?
We just get one dark period every day, lunchtime at
No.
midnight.
do we know if circadian rhythm is learned or innate? I mean, if we colonize Mars and the friggin' days there are like 14 hours or something, I don't know. I know it's short.
I imagine, considering that like circadian rhythm is set to the the speed of the actual Earth going around, like it would be pretty heavily set into your genes by now.
The Claw is coming
Trying to
for
get you into my
Lash.
dreams.
He's trying to make this show too cerebral. It's a gaming show.
Yeah, all right, my bad. Well, let's talk about some games then. Battlefield 1, still amazing.
Battlefield 1,
It looks
Still
having a
amazing.
blast.
Yeah, still amazing. Yeah.
Battlefield 1 actually today got a fairly significant patch.
I
It
know.
has, like, not
I've
even
been on it.
joking, it has so many fixes. It's literally like
So,
the guys in
Yeah,
Sweden
PSA,
in DICE.
Typical
literally-
EA.
Yippee-ki-yay.
can I PSA for a
Yeah.
second here? Something I learned about Battlefield 1.
Sure.
Totally.
So my buddy who's building a machine to be able to play it, because his is just friggin' Fisher Price, my first Abacus. he asked me about, okay, as a sniper, have you gotten the heads on the stick yet? I'm like, Dave, what the fuck are you talking about? I did not know that you can go in and customize, not just in, the screen when you're trying to deploy, and go onto the map, but prior to the game loading, you can customize each individual loadout set and you get cool new shit. You get, as a sniper, a head on a stick. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
For some time now.
I want heads on a stick, damn it.
You can have a little thing that you can put somewhere, and it will it's basically like a decoy, like a little head on a stick with a helmet.
Stick decoys.
Yeah, with a helmet.
It's fantastic.
You can get a sniper shield, basically like a. You can get a sniper shield, which is basically like a big steel plate with a hole in the middle, where you actually you set it down and you snipe through the hole, and it's designed so that people with regular non-scoped weapons are very unlikely to shoot through the hole and hit you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Obviously, if they flank you, they can shoot you anyway. But
So for those who don't know, we have a group of guys here in the Imperium that play Battlefield quite often, and we play it on my stream on Wednesdays at 6 to 8. So that's tomorrow. We'll be playing for 2 hours. Anybody who shows up, just dropping the Battlefield, not the H1Z1, the Battlefield channel in Discord, and we just play for a while. So
have we talked about H1Z1 yet?
We haven't.
So has anybody been on the test server lately?
I've seen that the Just Survive test server is kind of in a nice and fairly fixed sort of state, but they're still working on it. But the King of the Kill one, they've actually released a bunch of fixes, including a lot of map fixes. Like the King of the Kill kind of test server update was 4 gig. Oh no, not 4 gigs. It was 1.5, 2 gigs, I think, maybe. Or something like that. It was basically you had to re-download the entire map again because there was a lot of changes to the map, including a new including a sort of a very much like a light-ish sort of airport kind of airstrip, which was really cool.
I haven't checked that out yet.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nice. Very nice.
Have you been on the test server, Lash?
I haven't played it myself, but I haven't played it since the last update. And I've seen the King of the Kill update, the new graphics, the new overlays. Oh, it looks so amazing. I'm definitely going to have to come back to it. Me and my bro, we definitely want to come back to King of the Kill. All the graphics overlays, have they done that for Just Survive as well?
Not for Just Survive.
No.
Yet,
no. Not that I
That's when I'm coming back.
Yeah. Just Survive.
Well, I mean, I've been playing a bit with Bo every so often, and he's quite liking it. So yeah, it's been
interesting. About
there's been a few things.
What are you talking about? Playing which one, McLeod?
King of the Kill.
Yeah.
Every so often, he sometimes fires up King of the Kill and starts playing a few matches and stuff like that. And I kind of, every so often join him about that. It's fun.
So I mean, there are just so many good games, but I think we got a good crew playing Battlefield 1. And just dropping in Discord and finding people to play games with, I think is a great thing for everybody. I think more people need to do it because you'd find a lot of people to play games with.
And I'll definitely help out in promoting that. So 7 Days to Die, Gommel Knox put together an article. And then there's a huge group on Imperium here on our Discord that are playing 7 Days to Die together. And they sent me some footage, and I made them a little something with it. Here, let me grab that link, and I can share it.
Cool.
Link it up.
So, and one of the cool things Gommel was saying that they did was, it's obviously a PvP server, but everybody who's dropped on the server has been working together to build a giant fort out of the prison, I think, and gather everything and weather the storm of the zombies, which I think is a really cool thing.
So if I liked Just Survive and building, obviously in Just Survive, 7 Days to Die I should check out. that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean,
The zombies are a little meaner.
yeah, the zombies are a hell of a lot meaner in actual fact. Like I think at the moment what they're trying to do is they're trying to brainstorm their way around being able to survive the ever increasing kind of numbers and ferocity of the of all of the zombies, because there's like it's not just like human zombies that you get in there. You get a whole bunch of different stuff, and you get like crawling zombies, and you get like these like freakish zombie spiders that like jump up onto walls and climb up like vertical kind of things. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in terms of
If you have stakes out and kill enough zombies on the stakes that they cover the stakes and the zombies just walk over them to the next obstacle. So
yeah.
Every 7 days, a horde attacks your main base. Then you have 7 days to make it stronger for the next horde. So they scoped out the prison and they fortified the prison over and over and over against these attacks.
That sounds awesome.
Marmuk is asking if we're ever going to change the name of the channel. We have no idea.
It'll hopefully happen eventually. It's complicated. It's more complicated than I can say.
It's more So what you're saying is it might be more complicated than our girlfriends or our wives are sometimes. Or did I just get in trouble for saying that and I'm going to get all kinds of hate mail? One of the things that happened.
I don't think she's complicated. She's just very demanding.
I'm peering. I'm trying to see if my wife actually heard me. If I talked to her.
Mine's out of
Does she have a
house.
knife? Am I in trouble?
Watch Twitch, does she?
Oh shit, she's behind me. Ah!
I like when she comes in when we're doing shows and starts talking to you, Lash.
Okay, I'll get to it.
So yeah, I mean, for the folks out there watching and saying, hey, what's going on? What are they talking about? This Imperium Discord. You can go to imperium.news. There's a link on the page with our Discord link. Hey, Spanx is there. There he is. Oh, the new change, Eric Ass Bucks.
I love it.
So we'll do the Bezos Bucks in a little bit, right? And so if you're sitting here, your first time to this channel, we have a group called the Imperium. We have our Discord. We play all kinds of video games. We have a good time. There's a lot of games we play. We talk about all of them on this show. And a lot of the other shows that are on this channel. I do always like this channel being called TMC, though. I mean, just saying, hey, we're on TMC. It just sounds cool. I don't know. We need something.
It's a very nice kind of quick. It's not that many syllables. Right?
Yeah.
I'll be on TMC for a while. No big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would shorten it is kind of a mouthful saying you're on the Imperium News Twitch channel.
Well, McLeod loves
you're on the TMC Twitch channel.
TMC.
It's good, but we'll see.
I mean, even INN, the one kind of thing that I was kind of like, I didn't really know, I wasn't too sure about was like when you constantly when you say like, oh, we're streaming on the Imperium News Network. I kind of feel like we should be sort of doing it from a desk, with the sort of screen there and
tap tonight on Imperium Network News.
Exactly.
I know
exactly that.
Did you guys ever watch Babylon 5 when it was on? It's like, they used to have that little news thing, right? INN strikes me as like that news network, right? Interstellar News Network.
Starship Troopers. Do you want to know more?
Yes. Do you want to know more?
Hell yeah. We should.
Goons got killed in Innsmother. Would you like to know more?
Yes.
I think we should do that. Skeptic, we need to do that.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we should do that. Jumping around all the different video games that play together. I forgot where I put my notebook down. Here it is.
You have a notebook for this show?
I have a notebook for this channel. Where'd it go?
He writes the names of the people he's going to kill. And he puts lipstick on.
There you go, TMC. Are you wearing your Open Comms Show shirt there? Yeah.
I, in fact, am wearing my.
There you go, Open Comms, baby. Which is another show we have on. They're great.
Vegas. Freaking love their show.
Oh, is this the one with the really cool back on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked Dirk for one of those. He says, you have to come to Vegas or you're not getting one, and you're not getting one. And I said, thanks, Dirk.
Aw.
It's because they're complicated. Things are complicated.
That's the biggest pile of Dirk McGurk I've ever heard.
He's a pile. He's a pile of something. I keep inviting Dirk to the show, and he never shows up.
Well,
I know.
He's around.
He's mean. He don't like me. Hello.
It shows him as not like the little yellow status dot on the
I know.
screen, so he might not be.
He's hanging out with Mrs. McGurk, which she's probably nicer than I am anyway. Certainly better looking. So
Yeah, I have a feeling Mrs. McGurk has more to offer him than you probably ever
Mrs.
did,
McGurk
so-
is a saint.
and
or would ever want to, probably.
and I hope so. I'm just saying. Just
Mhm.
putting it out
I'm
there.
gonna take her out for a seafood dinner.
So that's just you're going to be in trouble with the Dirk God. So I did post in there the Prime link if you would like to hook up your Amazon Prime to your Twitch Prime account, which allows you to sponsor a channel or subscribe to a channel free every month. So that's kind of cool if you haven't done that. We call that Bezos Bucks. Costs you nothing, allows you to help support the channel. So if you can do that, check it out. Oh, look, yeah.
That's right.
That's right. I get in trouble if I don't mention that one to show. So we got another half an hour. What are we going to talk about? So you did a cool video for 7 Days to Die, Skeptic.
For not mentioning that, but it is helpful.
I know. I just, I'm a bit filler.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. So I mentioned the 7 Days to Die video. They provided me with some really awesome team play, and so if, like, say the Battlefield 1 group gets me some awesome team play footage with some comms audio, I am more than willing to put together another really cool video like that. I can use the practice. I enjoy doing stuff like that.
There's no crafting in Battlefield 1.
No
No,
team play.
guys.
Oh, you're watching the video.
What the hell?
Oh, it's
No,
freaking 7 Days to Die. I mean, what is the regular ebb and flow like? I think H1Z1 just survived. I'm like, okay, let me find some scrap metal. Let me find some bullets. Okay, now let me go piss somebody off. Like,
every 7 days you have the horde that comes by. So if you watch what is it called, The Walking Dead, that giant
Jehovah's
horde
Witness,
that was
yeah.
just following the highway,
Yes.
and they like suddenly turned around and then came and almost killed everyone.
whoa,
Well, imagine like
Whoa,
that
whoa.
giant horde every 7 days is just constantly bugging you every 7th day in the game.
I dig
which
that,
is,
but
think,
what
every
am I
few
doing
hours.
about it?
You're
Like,
it's basically
fortifying.
Minecraft. Yeah, you're
Chopping down
fortifying.
trees and shit, or
Exactly.
You're fortifying.
Yep.
Like there are like zombies out and about, sort of like during daylight. The thing is, like, when it drops to nighttime, they do kind of ramp up in terms of ferocity a bit. Like anywhere near as much as like on that 7th day kind of thing.
Okay.
But like, essentially what you're doing is you're going out scavenging during the day, like bringing stuff in, putting stuff some fortifications up, making sure that you're like set up and ready when it comes to nighttime to just basically fight off the few that are there, and then repairing, going out, getting some more stuff, adding some more stuff to your base up until that 7th day. And then although I haven't actually experienced the 7th day thing, I imagine they do probably take good sizable chunks out of your like structures and stuff that you built up. So
what's the end game on that? Does the horde keep getting bigger and bigger? Like, when do I win? When do I get my achievement?
I mean, in that sense, it's kind of a sandbox game, and then it just keeps going. I don't know if the horde gets like more difficult to deal with as every week that goes by. So I'll actually have to ping one of the guys up there playing it.
My understanding is there is some progression of it's a bigger horde the next week. I don't know to what point that ends.
Same horde time, same horde place.
Yeah.
That's right.
And at the same time, this game is also still an alpha. So it's actually progressed quite a bit, despite it even technically not even being released yet. It's pretty good.
Alpha is a 4-letter word to me after H1Z1. That means nothing to me.
Wait a minute. In its early alpha stages, it was in a better state than it is today. I'm just, that,
Yeah.
Lash, right?
That's real. It's real.
that is how it is at the moment. But it's
So, but no, Gommel has actually streamed it quite a bit, Lash. So there's a number of videos on the Matani.com video of the day area. So you can, yeah.
And I will entice.
I mean, you'll see the typical things that you see in a lot of games, right? Collecting herbs, collecting resources, bringing them back to the base, assembling those resources, strengthening the base, and doing things like that.
You had me at herbs, so I'm there.
Herbs. He likes the herbs.
Yeah.
he likes the secret blends of herbs and spices.
Yeah, and apparently there's enough goons on there with autism and autistic type things that they have everything organized perfectly in all the crates.
Oh man,
it's
yeah,
like
I'll jump in. Yeah,
it wouldn't be without goons. So.
Yeah, it's all super organized.
I don't know. I seem to have the distinct memory of like organization going to shit in US time zone and then Euros having to pick the pieces up and going, oh my god, let's put this all back together again.
Hey, McLeod.
Don't get on it and think about leaving the friggin' European Union. All right, you think about that.
Yeah, and by the way, we had Yuki in the U.S. time zone, and there was nobody more organized than her.
Yeah, that's real.
Well, this was prior to Yuki. This is a prior to Yuki situation. Like, you know, Yuki sort of came and kind of, you know, whipped you guys into shape. So
I blame Laz and Spanx for the disorganization. I do. They would use up all the ammo, and you guys would collect it all.
Yeah, that's also very true as well. We come back, go. So
I remember the Euros log on. Go. God damn it! There were 500 rounds in this crate. Where'd they all go?
Who's in the box? Who's been in this box? There are T-shirts in the rabbit stew box. So sorry, Yuki. I'll be outside.
I'll be
This is
outside.
reminding me of team play or like group play on Minecraft.
Hey, Spanx is here.
2 pieces of diamond.
Hey, Spanx, welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks.
Mother of God.
Spanx, are you at the YMCA with all the little
Spanx,
kids?
are you underwater? You tell us right now if you're underwater, Spanx.
I'm in the Navy. I can try to come get you.
Hold it. Does that mean we all have to sing?
I'm on my mobile.
Ah,
See,
good.
That
And
is
he
the
has to speak
exceptional. That is the thing with technology today. You could be
Someone's
streaming
chasing him.
Twitch on his mobile.
and joining us in Discord at the same time. It's awesome.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but picture the way that he said that, like on the quick, like somebody's hot on his tail. He's just trying to broadcast.
Can you guys hear me? I mean, is this a good connection?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, Spanx.
All right, I just came in for 10 seconds, so I had a quick story.
Okay, tell us.
Go ahead.
So Gommel was teasing Gommel last night. He was talking about how his medical weed delivery guy and him like to get into long, drawn-out, deep conversations, and he feels guilty. And I was teasing him, you know, because he's all like, "Oh, what should I do? Do I switch growers, or do I stay with the current guy?" And then I just kind of blurted out a line from Half Baked. I was like, "Man, you ever seen the back of a dollar bill on weed? Man, that shit's trippy."
There are a lot of lines to follow. Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
I gotta go.
Later, Spanx.
Have a good
Take
one.
care, thanks.
I clearly missed part of that story. Why was he wanting to switch weed, guys?
What just happened?
I think it's because of like probably he probably lives in one of the states that have now got legalized medical marijuana. Or
Wait.
something like
Yeah.
that.
I have a question.
So that's probably-
It's relevant. So, with our correspondent Spanx in the field, all right, and watching all the friggin' election stuff, why, in an age of modern technology where people on the space shuttle could communicate live with people on the ground, is there still a delay between the people in the studio and the friggin' correspondents? Like, all right, and we go to
Aliens.
Becky, who's at the
Oh.
DNC right now.
That's
And
because
it's like this long pregnant pause.
there's a half second up, half second down from the satellite.
It's
You just can't-
aliens in
you can't
case
break it.
aliens invade.
on top of that, you have when it's going through, I mean, the internet, you're gonna have routing delays as well.
Yeah. But they have the big satellite trucks, right? They're beaming up to the rented channel on the satellite, right? So it's a half second up to transmit to the satellite and a half second down. It's just how long the waves take. It's physics, man. I know you're smoking a lot of weed. You're like, wow. But it is.
Nope. How many villages have you killed and banished so far, Eric?
How many have died on me?
Yes.
2.
How many little children have gone to their graves in the quarry?
In the quarry? You know what? I have only done one quarry, and in it, and yeah, a lot of people die in the quarries and in the mines and banished. They just die.
So what's your population up to now?
I can't get my population over like 50 or 60 because I build houses really slow because I stockpile the shit out of everything, so I never run out. Particularly, I've found that if you run out of iron tools, you're done for.
Yep.
That is the one thing. So I very early start.
Flat out screwed.
I get sheep and I get cattle, and I immediately start trading for tools. And bring tools and then bring certain seeds in and start having a good time. Look at the right seeds.
So we just had Sari and Impox.
Ox is here. Yeah.
Ox
Okay.
jumped in.
What's up, dude?
Hey,
How's
Ox.
it going?
Hey, sorry.
We're all streaming on the Whiskey Gaming Show on TMC, soon to be INN.
Yes, and we've got.
Well, actually,
Go
so
ahead.
on
Skeptic.
the INN front, the Twitch team is up. If you
Yep.
look at the channel itself,
Hey, everyone.
and it's down below, you see it's like that direction or that direction, whatever direction it is. It says streaming on Imperium News Network.
Yeah.
It does say that.
That's right. So we are now on the Imperium News Network Twitch team.
You know, we need to get that image of Adrian Coronar from Good Morning Vietnam doing that. Date.
Yeah. Live
We
from
do.
the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
That's right. We need that. We need that intro.
Yeah.
So yes, it's right down. It is down to your left in the lower corner.
We need to do a really kind of like have like a really sort of newsy kind of sounding like
We'll
music
get
coming
something.
in and like a very newsy sort of like intro kind of video.
We
We
need
need
the
to
guy
work
from
on-
Starship
Yeah,
Troopers.
absolutely.
Okay, you said it. We
Yeah.
need the guy from Starship Troopers. Would you like
Yeah,
to know
that's
more?
true.
Would you like to know more?
I'm gonna do that.
To defeat the bug. We
So what
must
other-
understand the bug? Sorry.
What other games do we want to talk about today?
What would you go through?
Yeah,
We
well,
did
what have we all been playing?
Battlefield 1,
Squad was free.
H1Z1, 7 Days to Die,
Talked about
Subsistence.
Eve.
Eve.
League of Legends.
Didn't talk about League of Legends. I do not play that game, although it is very popular.
I'd like to plug
I do
another
not play
alpha
that
game.
game either.
Oh, another
Like
alpha.
plug
game?
another game.
Mhm.
Yeah, Squad was free this weekend. It's like a 50 versus 50 multiplayer shooter, cross between Insurgency and Battlefield. Like you can build like your own mini bases and forward operating bases, and you have like in-game voice communication, which is super clear. They recently just patched it and added vehicles, and like the system, it is really amazing. I can't wait to see what it's like when it comes out of alpha. I personally refuse to buy a game that's in alpha or beta because people get paid to test that shit. So I'm never going to do that. But it was really good to play it, and all the expectations me and my friends have had leading up to it have been like, oh, it's going to be so good. It's so good. It was. It is so good. It's really good. I mean,
said it's
like,
free?
it's definitely one to watch out. It's not free to play it, but it's still early alpha, but it's really good.
Okay.
I've
No, it
seen
looked
video-
great.
I've seen videos of it and it looks really, really good. Like it looks
Yeah.
quite visceral
Mhm.
from what I've seen. Is that right? Is it quite visceral, Buff?
Yeah, it's quite good. It's really it's real. It's more of a long game than a short game. So it's definitely going to be something big. If they can get better funding and get a beta out, it'll be good. I might buy the beta.
I'd like to do that. I especially like the idea that it was like 50 on 50. It wasn't sort of like copped out at like sort of like 16 on 16 or something like that.
There was an issue with the server lists though. When we went to the server browsers would say like 75 people, and when you go into when you try and join your friend's game, it would say like there is 120 guys out of 60 guys in the server. So it was a bit confusing trying to find a server to join, but it's still alpha, so they probably still got a couple kinks to work out in their programming on the Steam side.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
How is it in relation to Arma?
It's amazing. It's like Armor, but without the complexity and all the hard, slow grinding and weapon sways. It's the graphics are way better than Armor as well. Fucking makes Armor look like a piece of shit.
Really? Well, I'm gonna have to check it out.
How would
Thanks
you
for that.
say that to someone who never played Arma ever? I'm talking about me, by the way. How would you explain that to me? Like, how would you describe the game?
I wouldn't explain it like Armor. I'd explain it like a Battlefield Insurgency, where you play like if you played Insurgency, it's that sort of realm. You play Russians versus America versus like terrorists or something, and you can they have like towns and capture points and fields. It's more of like a Middle East background, but then you can not versus Predator. Then you can build like your forward operating bases around the place. So you put down some sandbags, you can put down like some concrete walls and like turrets and stuff, so you can build up fortified positions. Or what people are actually doing is they're going in the towns and they're building their sandbags on top of the buildings, and they're blocking up walls so you can't get into the huts and stuff. And the stuff people are doing creatively with it is just it's just like it makes you really feel like you're out there in the field.
Sounds interesting as fuck, dude.
You also get like 3 voice comms, so you get like your local comms, so you can talk to people locally, like H1Z1, then you get a squad one, so you can talk to your squad, and then each squad leader has comms to talk to all the squad leaders, so you can really combine arms and combine forces. And like
really cool.
The way the people are playing it is just so really into it, like really RPing, man. Scarily good RP.
You know who?
So-
I want to know who did a really good structured comm systems like that about, I don't know, when the hell was Battlefield 2 released? Well, whenever the hell Battlefield 2 was released, they had a structured comm system like that. And when you actually used it, you could not lose. It was fucking amazing.
You mean
they
Bad
had,
Company or?
No, Battlefield 2, as in the
Okay.
one that came out like in way early 2000s, I think.
Battlefield 2 Mortal Kombat?
It was like 2003, 2004, something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. That's like really old.
Came out in
'Cause it was-
2005, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
had tiered comms where you can talk to the squad, and then the squad leader can talk to the squad commander and the rest of the squad leaders. And when you had an interactive team where you just joined a PUBG team and they actually all had mics, and you actually had other squad leaders that actually talk to each other. Like, I don't think I ever lost their match where people were doing teamwork. It was so much fun.
Date on my BF2 says 2006.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I know there's a
Yeah.
remake for the Xbox and stuff. 360.
I'm looking at the I googled it. Wikipedia.
Okay.
2005 first-person shooter.
Hey, we got 10 minutes left. How about are there any
Get bugged
games coming in the holiday season that you guys are looking forward to really grabbing and playing? I know we talked about a couple that we're starting to play and keep playing, but anything out there for November, December that you gotta have?
I don't exactly know when
There
the
was.
due date is that they're going to come out with it, but I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to Dual Universe.
Dual Universe, what's that one about?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
It's like an EVE Online meets Minecraft.
Ooh,
yeah
Yep.
it was kind of like a...
Oh, no, that's it.
It's
I saw
like
a
a
demo.
Power Fox. Yeah, yeah.
Lash is going to turn in his little baby Rorqual fleet for that one.
I saw a demo of it in at PAX Prime, in Seattle.
Yeah.
Or I guess they call it PAX West now, or whatever. But yeah, last September they had a demo there, and it looks really neat. It's visually pretty nice.
So did you say?
The graphics are stunning, but I was talking with one of the devs earlier today, and they said that they want to do the monetary side of it, the economy. They basically want to model it after Eve. So they've been putting out a little question thing with all the fans of the game. How do you want to do it? Free to play, pay to play, subscription based? What do you want to do? And the consensus is they're going to do it exactly the same way that Eve does it.
So what's it called again? Is it Dual Universe?
Dual Universe.
Okay. I see that they've done their Kickstarter.
I actually have a bookmark saved from.
Wow.
I think I bookmarked this game like maybe a year ago when they first initially announced it. I have it in a folder of bookmarks called Interesting.
Is Cyberpunk 2077 in that?
Let's put it this way: if it's anything like the website at all, it looks very interesting.
I think I saw a trailer for this the other day. This is the one where you can build your own ships and stuff, and then fly them. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks really good.
One of the kind of cool things that I kind of saw about it was like there's the voxel based kind of building block kind of sections of all the various different structures and ships and that kind of thing, but there's also kind of sort of constructs apparently that you can also design in 3D kind of things and get them added to the game. And then they what they are is they're basically like almost like sort of wallpaper, but sort of like way better than just kind of wallpaper. They're kind of like, it's like if you want to add a chair that actually looks generally pretty cool and realistic, or like a console on the bridge of a ship or something like that. You can design it in 3D kind of software and get it like put into the game. And you could literally you stamp it in to like you can bring it in and actually put it in. So like although there's the voxel based aspect of it, you've got this kind of outer shell of like constructs that actually convert it from looking quite cubish and quite voxely to actually looking pretty awesome. So like that's one of the things I thought was really, really cool about it. So it's kind of like voxel, but it's got like another aspect to it as well, which actually elevates it past what that kind of voxel, the limitations of the voxel kind of graphics can achieve.
Oh yeah,
it's like a much more refined version of voxel. It kind of like the way the construction works with the demo that I saw. It reminds me a little bit of Space Engineers.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
it does.
Definitely.
That game was pretty fun when I played it. I used to run a dedicated server.
Yeah, I like Space Engineers.
We
still
go ahead.
Talking about games like Space Engineers. We still have to have like the giant Kerbal ship build off and show the videos here.
Dude, say what?
I'm gonna say here in 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to build kick-ass ships and bring your video.
Career
and we'll play
or sandbox?
Sandbox it.
Okay.
So just something that can actually take off from the launch pad.
Yes.
Well, all right. No.
Well,
maybe make it to orbit because I can launch a friggin'
Disasters are okay. We're allowed to kill the Kerbals.
Okay.
It is just do
I
something
just like the
insane.
looks on their faces.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah. Gemini
watch
Kerman's
the
the best
screen.
one. He's like always just maniacally like, this is awesome, even though I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like you eject the pod and then you see the parachute rip off and you're just tumbling and you look at the camera and you just still see him like, fuck yeah.
Hype. Just hype.
Exactly.
Like the light is just flying around him and certain doom is ahead of him and he is just, yes.
So we need a little Kerbal off. And by the way, out there in the audience, if you got anything interesting to do with Kerbals, send us the videos.
Yeah.
And whiskeygaming69@gmail.com, and we'll show them. And coming up next, I think we have a little change in. Do we have a change in the schedule, RW? Are you filling in for Dodd next as we come off?
I'm talking to him about it now, and I don't know. He's on now. He says he can take the slot, but he says it's up to me. So I think it's more up to him of whether or not he's going to be on. And if he's not, then I can take it. So it's up to him here.
Doesn't it suck when everybody tries to be really polite and nice to each other?
Yeah.
So we'll figure out who's coming up next, and we'll let you know. We got about 3 minutes left. Last thoughts. We'll go around the room.
How
here
about this? Black Friday. What are people looking at for deals?
Oh, Black Friday deals.
I'm looking at sleeping in with my wife and whatever.
Whatever Amazon bestows upon me.
Well,
actually,
I'm looking for online deals.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, that's Cyber Monday, but
doesn't matter. It's every day.
The whole weekend.
I know.
The whole weekend.
Right.
I don't think me and
seeing
McLeod
something
can really
very
think
interesting at Kohl's.
Actually, is Black Friday going to be all weekend, or is it just going to be literally?
It's going to be
Just-
all weekend. They
yeah.
milk the hell out of it, but anything really good is.
Because like I'll probably end up getting a bunch of like Amazon vouchers for my birthday, so that's going to be fucking awesome. Because like
Vouchers.
I was literally like, if it's just Friday, it's going to suck.
Okay,
'Cause it'll be
so
dead late.
So Black Friday, you have a choice. You get up early, you're out in the cold, you're waiting in lines, and there's all these crazy, insane people running to get stupid stuff, okay? Or you can sit in front of your computer and shop online with a nice Irish coffee and a fire roaring beside you or something and just have a grand old time.
You'll miss the
Fireside chat with
adrenaline.
Eric.
Yeah.
You'll miss the adrenaline and like things flying across the rooms and stuff like that. Like, I mean,
6 a.m. We'll be streaming it.
Your place.
It'll be fireside shopping with Eric, the day after Thanksgiving. We'll stream it live.
I love it.
I
Actually,
just like walking
I-
around
we've-
the Walmart, my local Walmart, with the cell phone trying to catch.
Oh,
all
you
the
got to
fancy
do
other
that on
people.
Thursday. Thursday
That would be
nights.
interesting.
No.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Dude, Walmart.
You got to do it when you're
not
half
even
drunk.
one bit.
I don't know if Twitch would be the right place to stream that, but that would be for some pretty awesome and pretty funny shit.
Oh, it is.
Hilarious.
It's amazing.
Just get your GoPro and have a great time, man.
Dude, Eric, holy shit. You said that as I was typing it, man.
Really?
Great mind.
GoPro. Oh, there, I see it there. Yes, excellent. Brilliant.
Just like that.
Last words,
So you
Lash.
just got to grab life
My
by
last word is I'm going to waste it on McLeod. Just loaded not just loaded, but I'm looking at McLeod's picture. I had no idea that he had such a dignified existence. Like, he's got an armoire back there.
an armoire.
Arm whatever the fuck.
I made that. Thank you. I made that. Thank you
Really?
very
Nice.
much.
Well, that's really
It
cool.
looks
Very nice.
dude. I like it. You look so adult right now.
Is your bed made? It looks a little messy over there for you, McLeod. The
It's
first
a bit
week
messy.
it was perfect. I don't know.
I told you it's all downhill from there. I told you it was all downhill.
All right, 1 minute left. Skeptic, what do you got there?
I have no idea. I just literally got a text message. I've got Google Hangouts up because that's what I get my text messages through. And so my train of thought just went out the window.
Hey, there you go.
Actually-
Fair enough.
Actually, the
Would
text
you like
message is
feeling
about
left?
it's we're having our monthly Eve meetup here in San Diego. So if you're here in San Diego,
San Diego.
you should hit me up so you can come hang out.
Fucking West Coast.
Hell yeah, it's the best coast.
Player meets are always amazing.
They're fun. That's how I met. I met a lot of the people. I met a lot of people at this meetup, and it's only gone for the better. That's how I'm here
Cool.
on Whiskey
Okay.
Gaming and in Imperium News and TMC. Because
That's
through
excellent.
the guys that I met in San Diego, so it's a fun game. But yeah.
RW, you got anything?
Not no more.
Nothing. You got nothing.
What you got, Eric?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm getting really drunk Saturday because it's our end of the year golf party. It's the not really end of the golf season golf group party where
Okay.
we get really, really drunk and on Saturday, and then there's probably going to be a bottle of, liquor on the first tee Sunday morning at 7:30. just for the little hair of the dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a group that I golf with usually every Sunday. I've been injured this year, but that's all I got. So I won't be gaming late Saturday and probably not very early Sunday because we'll be trashed. Crazy people. All right, guys, that's about it. Either RW or no, Dodd's going to do it, right?
Nope.
Looks like Dodd's
coming up next. So I hope you all stick around and watch this show.
Yeah, he's a great show. He has a good time. Thank you, gentlemen, for being on the show today, and everybody who showed up in the audience crowd, the studio audience. That's what we should call them. And and that was fantastic. So thank you. Great input. And we will see you next week. Same time, same channel. Later.
Bye-bye.
Later.